before you drip. That's all it is. That's really all it is.
Welcome to the We Luv Wrestling spot. We're going to bring it back. Got Black now.
Nah, I thought this was Banks versus Davis or Where's Buffy or... No one's gonna say anything after that? Wow.
Y'all real funny, huh?
I don't joke, my nigga.
So then what you saying?
No, that's a fact.
Yeah,
so what you saying then? This is you. This is yours. This is yours. Run it.
Black Dynamite.
Run it.
I am.
This is yours. Run it.
I don't know what we here for.
This is your shit. What you saying? Run it.
If you want me to run this shit, yo, welcome to the nigga.
See the problem because this is what happened. This is what happened.
We Luv Wrestling on YouTube, and you can see all this shit from this week.
This is what happened.
3 more coming.
This is what happens, right? See,
Trey, I can't even hardly see your eyes, nigga.
Facts.
I can't even hardly see your
BBs.
Old time.
So what happened is people put a list together, right? And it'd be like, yo, let's drop the list. Let's start putting it out. And everybody, nah, they should be here. Nah, they should be there. Nah, make a list.
Make a list, niggas.
Make a list.
I don't be fooling with them lists.
I was about to say I think someone did make it.
No,
We made a list.
No, we're not doing that here. First of all, if you make a list, make it good.
We made a list.
Hold on. Put some effort into it. You understand what I'm saying?
We did.
The reason why we're here is because niggas put effort into this shit. So if you make a list, make sure you make it good.
All I'm saying is we made the list. No, it's facts.
No,
we made
a
list.
He proceeds to do this and then do the other thing.
We made a list. It's the fourth one.
What I'm saying is,
it's the fourth one though.
Run the show, man.
5 years of the Black Rasslin Podcast. 4 of those years, we said we're gonna look at the landscape of Black professional wrestlers.
They did.
And say we're gonna take the top 50.
Just 50.
Well, I mean, because that's important, right?
I mean, yeah, it is.
Why?
No, at the time you couldn't really. 4 or 5 years ago, you couldn't think of more than maybe 100 or 75.
Boom.
Understand what I'm saying?
But now, again, 4 years later, you could think of a lot of Black professional wrestlers, right?
Yeah.
Why do 50? What's the point of saying instead of going in and saying we're going to look at a window of the competition that's out there?
We're trying to establish something, right?
Right.
The issue that we were having was we had great Black professional wrestlers that were still being measured, or that were being measured against their counterparts. And not being counted at all.
Right.
Their white counterparts. You understand what I'm saying? Right. That's 500.
That's 500.
At one point in time, niggas wasn't getting mentioned at all.
I don't even think that 500 had 50 Black wrestlers on it.
I was going to say, you could probably count them on like 2 hands and you not use all your fingers at times.
So when we're talking, if it's 75, why would we rank 75? You understand? Let's make it. Let's put some value. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Before we get into this, do you think there could be a time where we would increase that number? Because I mean, again, it's 50. 50 is tough, but we're seeing, like we've said, there's a larger pool of capable talent now.
So when we started, the pool was shallow.
Super shallow.
So it's something that we can discuss. Like it's more wrestlers out there. It's more Black wrestlers out there.
And that's a beautiful thing.
Year 5, because I pushed for this last year. Y'all need to get the women's 25. I'm just saying.
Wait, so you're saying instead of doing more
I mean, you can still do more. I just feel like Black Rasslin, where y'all at, y'all should have a women's top 25.
Would that mean that women wouldn't be in the 50?
It's a whole different list. They can be on both lists.
I'm just trying to hear what you're saying. I'm just trying
They
to
can
get
be on both lists, because if you do it like that, nah, we ain't gonna do that. BRP 50 is the standard. That's everybody.
You said, wait, Terry, you said what? Say it again.
BRP 50 is the standard.
Thank you. I appreciate.
I don't know why they got me here. I'm just happy to be here. But BRP 50
I
is
say that
the
every
standard.
time. Every time you record, I say that.
Hold on, Drip. Drip,
You are the counterbalance for Drip, Terry. You are the counterbalance for Drip.
But wait, Terry, before we get into everything, you know why you here. Mimi know why Mimi is a rookie right now. Mimi had to turn in the list, right, Mimi?
Yep.
Wait, before I ask Terry a question, Mimi, what was it like dealing with the BRP 50 list?
For me, I measure differently. You know what I mean? I look at everything together, and it was hard because I didn't know most of the people on that list.
I think that's beautiful. I think that we need differing opinions. I don't see how you don't do that.
So I had to kind of look at some things, like look on YouTubes and stuff, but it wasn't really easy to do that, because I feel like to really understand someone's craft, you got to look at maybe 3 or 4 of their bodies of work.
Facts, yeah.
So I did the best I could.
You a rookie.
I did a little formula, and then I took it, like I worked myself back that way. You know what I mean?
You was doing calculus problems to figure out who was number 25?
I was doing it in such a way where I would sort it a certain way based on, my knowledge, based on the numbers that were on the graph, and then I would work myself up that way.
Terry, you didn't make a list?
I made a list.
Yeah, I know you made a list. I'm glad you admitted it.
I'll say this for y'all, because people who listen to the podcast, We Luv Wrestling, they know this.
I'm sorry, you doing a lot of self-promotion. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I don't make lists at all.
Right.
So my biggest issue was, I don't give a damn what company you're in and what type of TV time you get. I'm looking at your wrestling and what you're doing out here. So yes, I had a difficult time, because a lot of these, it's about 15 to 20 people I care nothing for to be on the list, and I think independent wrestlers are better than them. But you know
what's funny though, because we're literally only going to go through the top 10. Your top 5 look like my top 5.
This nigga.
You talking about number 33? You talking about number 42? My top 5 look damn sure look like your top 5.
This nigga's whole 50 was surprising.
Why?
No, we're gonna leave that for his show.
Coming soon to We Luv Wrestling.
When we get on there.
Yeah, Terry.
It's whatever I got. It's whatever, y'all can come when all y'all gotta do is say the word when y'all free.
Whenever you get back from maneuvers.
We there this week.
Yeah. I'm done with this after tomorrow night. We back at the crib.
Speaking of
us going on We Luv Wrestling, talk about the list, is when the cop who causes all the destruction goes in the chief's office, like, God damn it, you did this. You fucked everything up. Like, I gotta take your badge.
He's the one that brought up. He brought her up last year.
He's got a bias, but he's also got,
And this year.
We ain't even do nothing.
Oh, y'all saying Brandy in the top 10?
Let me we about to BRP 50 2022, 4th year, 4th annual. Let's get into this shit. Fuck this he a goddamn menace.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed card of All-Star Wrestling.
That's a whole last 48 seconds. Welcome back to the Black Rasslin Podcast, special edition of the Black Rasslin Podcast. Clearly, guys, still working on this. Welcome back to our annual BRP 50 Top 10 countdown. Are we doing whole intros on this? Do we do whole intros on this? Fuck it. As always, it's your boy Cal, former BRP predictions champion. We'll figure this shit out next. Whenever Roman wrestles, apparently is the next time. This time it's going to be defended. We got to wait till August.
Summer of Fam.
I'm representing Black Rasslin. Fam. Mimi. Say what's good to the people.
What's good to the people? It's Mimi.
Thank you. This nigga. Crab Shack.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, got a list.
Good to see you folks out there in podcast land, man. I am the Ill Fam, as you know. It's great to kind of catch everybody today, man. We're looking forward to really digging into this list, man. It's gonna be great.
Like, comment, subscribe. Smash
the subscribe.
what that nigga say? Samurai slice the like button. Samurai chop the like button. Whatever the fuck Corey X. Anyway, I'm sorry. Man.
Cal.
What's popping, bro? What's good? Look like a whole
Who knew flipping these mics on to turn us to icons? Cal.
Shit. What's up? I'm sorry.
Podcasters can't compare. You bite this year, I'm knocking out veneers. Cal.
What's good?
It ain't about the title, it's who you body to get it. At Math Damon.
Facts. Always facts.
Damon.
Always facts.
Damon.
He said veneer. Who got veneers?
We'll find out.
When I get paid, I will. Davis, aka Drip.
Jamie Foxx joins.
Facts. The J White Boy of BRP, the sensitive lover boy, the future two-time BRP predictions champion.
He threw that title in some snow. The last time you had that title was sitting in some snow and you was walking around your apartment.
He'll never touch the title again.
Emotional.
Are you saying that's a curse?
I'm saying
no damage.
I'm saying
Facts.
Terry, what you doing here?
Trey D.
Where are you from, Trey D?
Trey D, We Luv Wrestling, the most known person you'll see out here.
Nigga, you know.
I'm unknown to a lot of
The
people.
whole entity,
but I'm
nigga.
known.
You
Because
know.
I'm unknown, but I'm known. If
It's
you know
fucking
who
like
know me,
banks.
if you know who know me, then you know. But I'm unknown to a lot of people. So
Everybody know you.
You know how I know you know? Because if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, what does that mean?
We love wrestling.
You know. How you not know? Thunder Rosa know you.
they know the name.
Hold on. Wait.
Who's in the picture?
As many careers you done broke?
Hold up. Who's in the pictures? Terry in the picture. He been in the picture.
Them pictures. The thing is, anybody can get
Look. I'm lying. This came up. I just opened up Instagram. I just opened it up.
That don't count.
He does the Triple H.
I just opened it up.
That don't count.
Oh, I gotta scroll is what you're saying. Okay.
No,
Okay.
no. What I'm saying is,
Oh, okay. I gotta scroll is what. He got a whole slideshow on Instagram is what you saying. Look at this. I'm tripping. I'm wild. Look at it. Look at it.
The problem is,
Why are you hollering?
right?
sorry.
The problem is anybody can get the picture. If you pay $20, you can get the picture. Wait. If you pay for the picture, you can get the picture. The problem is they know him.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
First name basis.
That's what I'm saying.
And he's not. They're asking him for the picture.
I'm about to say. I'm not saying he's not paying, but I'm saying they're like, make sure.
He's not.
Make sure. I don't know what he is, and I don't want him to say that. I'm saying Thunder Rosa is saying, make sure Yo in the We Luv Wrestling hat. Make sure that he gets some time. You know.
Make sure y'all support y'all favorite wrestlers out here. That's all.
Support your local. Hashtag support your local. Hopefully y'all.
Trey, who's your favorite wrestler?
That's a good question.
That's a terrible question to ask a nigga that knows so many.
No, Brandy Rhodes.
That's a.
He tried not to laugh. And he came in all hard. Nigga, I'm Terry, nigga.
4th annual Black Rasslin Podcast.
Yo, don't miss no more shows, yo.
Who, me?
You.
No,
You know why? Because you come in here on that shit.
On what shit?
You on one. You amped up.
This ain't got nothing to do with me not being on the show, though. I just been drinking.
No, that's the plus. You like, yo,
I just been
my
drinking.
niggas is back. I'm with my niggas.
It's not even that. I love y'all. I do. I love y'all. But you know,
don't miss no more shows.
BRP 50 season. You know, look at this.
Keep it going, Cal. Keep it going. Come on.
All right, so we're gonna run through this. Top 10. I'm trying, y'all. I'm really trying to hold it together. Number 10. Who is number 10?
Let's fucking go. Y'all know who it is?
No, I know who it is. I'm trying to fit because a lot of people don't watch Impact Wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So if you haven't been watching Impact, you may not know what this woman has been doing. There's shots of her holding that X. Her poses. I was trying to find a good image. Her poses on the ring apron, like she always looks like she's it's something about this particular wrestler. She's doing things and she's got her eyes set on being at the top of this division, and her rise has been amazing because she didn't even make the list last year. She may have been in after the 50. I'm pretty sure she was after
the BRP 50.
Yeah, let me double check that real quick.
Oh, my fault. No, she had I'm sorry. She had a big jump. I was looking at something else. She was number 27 last year and jumped all the way to number 10.
If y'all look at that, when they tell you number 10, I fought for this, like for real.
What you mean you fought? Why did you feel like you had to fight?
She wasn't there to begin with.
But I'm saying, why did you think that this particular wrestler needed to be in that position?
Oh, her tag team title run, what Impact put into her. Then she won the first ever women's Ultimate X match.
Mm-hmm.
Then the feud with her and Mickie James, I don't think people talked enough about that.
They did not. The
way they had the series of matches and the back and forth on Twitter and everything. One of the top people.
She attacked her at the concert, right?
Badass.
Yes. She attacked as Mickie James was performing, she attacked her. Yeah. We're talking about none other than Tasha Steelz. Number 10 on the BRP 50. Current Impact Knockout champion. If I'm not mistaken, she also held the Battle Club Pro Icons Championship.
Yes,
she was champion for a good chunk, or a little bit of the calendar year, but for almost 2 years. And again, like Terry mentioned, she was a Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champion for about 2 months in 2021. A force to be. I'm glad she's in the top 10. I'm not going to front. I like seeing Impact wrestlers get that spot, but I also like seeing pro wrestlers who had a year like she had, where she was sticking and moving and really proving that she deserved that spot through multiple championships and again, going from a tag team to a solo run to what feels like it's going to be a continued solo run. I don't know. I rock with Tasha Steelz. I'm glad she's in that spot. You ain't got no thoughts, Map? I know you rock with Tasha, man.
Yeah, I rock with Tasha. I know it's Trey's homie, but he ain't had to fight that. He ain't had to fight that hard. He ain't had to fight that hard.
Man, I put my back on that. Let's say that.
The proof was in the stats, honestly. Like, at a certain point, the stats I'm saying the stats just make sense. She's where she deserves to be.
We were all with it. You know what I mean? It was no smoke with when he suggested it. So
nah, I like that. Now, gosh, coming in at number 9 is the individual that we've had an interesting relationship with this particular pro wrestler. Undeniable talent. You cannot deny what he's been able to do in the ring. I mean,
bell to bell. Yeah,
we tried.
Current 2-time
tried to get this nigga out of here.
AEW TNT champion. The problem is and I've talked about in the podcast, I'm not the biggest fan of our number 9th competitor, Scorpio Sky. Again, belt, it has nothing to do with what goes on in the ring. It's outside of and even not even on the timeline. Him and Dan Lambert, the way he's been positioned now, he's looked. I know some people say that's heel work. I personally wasn't a fan of you having 2 titles and having another man wearing your title. It looked weird to me. I understand it, but it looked weird to me. But again, you cannot deny. TNT Champion's essentially the secondary championship in AEW.
Yeah.
At the time that we put the list together, yes.
Right.
We don't know.
Important distinction. As of Juneteenth, 2022, the AEW TNT Championship is essentially the tier 2 title in AEW, and he's the current champion on his second run, fighting Sammy Guevara. He puts in work. It's just anyway.
That was the thing. I mean, he was putting in work when no one was paying attention unless you watch Dark, because the whole I was undefeated for a year to then get the TNT title shot, then to lose it on his first offense, just to win it right back in this, as we've kind of discussed briefly before, the whole Sammy, Ty Conti, Scorpio Sky, Paige Van Sant feud was just it was horrible, really. And then Frankie Kazarian got involved.
Right. It was a lot of nonsense.
We can go on for days about what we can go on for days discrediting
Homeboy
the position, but he's in the 9 slot, and
again he's
phenomenal. He's a phenomenal talent.
Facts. Yeah. We'll see what happens, and again, maybe someday his heel work and my caring about it will kind of, I don't know.
And anyway, in a way, he's kind of like the flip side of Hangman Page, someone that they've tried to build up from the start. Like, don't forget, he was the first ever tag team champ with Kazarian. It kind of slowed down after that. He drops the title of Hangman Page and Kenny Omega, and then he kind of.
You're just talking about push, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, on that flip side, like the people that day one they've always kind of been invested in. He's low key one of them that kind of gets forgotten about.
He did cut that Obama ass promo at the beginning of the
SCU.
Yeah. Anyway, number 8. Number 8.
That's right. I'm a neighborhood legend.
I don't know how. I'm saying I don't know how one of our current favorites couldn't be in the top 10, especially with the work he's been doing. I mean, Ricky Starks, I guess your current FTW champion. He's been the matches he's had.
That's the tier 2 title on AEW.
The way he's been defending it, the work he's put in when he's had those matches. I mean, how
he carried Rampage the majority of the past 6 months. Him was the Ricky Starks show.
Him in solo matches, him with Hobbs and tag team matches. Like, he's really been that guy.
That's right.
I'm a neighborhood legend. Is he a neighborhood?
Right. That's right. I'm a neighborhood legend.
He be talking that shit, yo.
I had personally, and that's because, again, like, I didn't know who this man was until Math to point out, like, you've never seen Ricky Starks before. This was in 2020 when he showed up to challenge Cody Rhodes in the TNT open challenge. I'm like, no, I never seen this guy. And after I was like, oh, I like this guy.
Matt put me on the Ricky Starks, but that was an NWA. That was before he made that joke.
I've never watched NWA. That was the thing. So when I saw him over the course of Dynamite, I'm like, this guy is the shit. Like,
yeah.
Whoa. Y'all ain't never seen this independent run stuff?
I've not.
No.
I've not.
Holy shit.
Hey, Terry, if you got some matches, like sitting in the private on the YouTube, if you got a link, you can send me a link. I'll watch whatever you want me to watch.
Yeah, it was fire.
I can't. If you gatekeep it, I'm sorry, Terry. If you gatekeeping the matches, how am I watching?
They being released. If you've been watching the YouTube matches, have been getting released all week.
You look at that as hate. I'm just throwing the softball. I'm trying to get people to love wrestling just like you love wrestling.
Look.
But real quick, Mimi, what do you think of Ricky Starks? Because in AEW, he's kind of the most WWE guy with the complete package of mic skills, presence, charisma, and he can actually wrestle. What do you think of him as someone who's not a fan of that show, as you put it?
So I've never really seen him wrestle like that. I saw that promo. It was like that 80s kind of promo, the silhouette thing about, you know what I'm talking about? He was talking to himself or talking to an interviewer. I saw that and that captivated me because it was very he's very, I don't want to say animated.
He is.
He can be an actor.
He be talking. Talking.
Yeah. So I was impressed by that.
That's the key. I mean, he can do, again, bell to bell to work in the ring, but he's a complete package. He's the absolute. It's undeniable.
He's a neighborhood legend.
That's right,
nigga.
That's right. I'm a neighborhood legend.
Hopefully,
if you put that over Nipsey, if like you had clips of Nipsey.
We'll have to work on that. Where's Anakin and Vader? Hook us up. You just got the blueprint right there. Now, hopefully, you got to give him the blueprint. Write it out for him. Tell him how.
I had a long conversation with myself to drip this morning.
Well, I think after he was like, "I'm done talking," so like, well, I guess I won't respond because he's not.
That was it. I had a long conversation with myself through him.
He's not done talking.
That shit was 10 minutes.
But as you said, the tier 2 title, I mean, the FTW title, he's put on some bangers with that. Him and Swerve, him and Jay Lethal. When he won it from Brian Cage, he's kind of made that title.
Darius Lockhart with the Rochambeau was classic.
Hopefully, 2023 Ricky Starks could be high. That's my only hope, is that they give him the rock and let him really.
We talked about this, Cal. White Noise on the Patreon, BRP Patreon.
By the time you're watching this video, our conversation about Ricky Starks should be public on the YouTube, so people can go back and watch that to get a little history on Ricky Starks and why we think he should be in the mix. Was you on that episode, man?
No, he was on the Adam Cole.
How? I'm trying to figure out how I'm not on that episode.
We set a time and
y'all niggas set a time for me to be on the Adam Cole.
No, that was the impromptu one because the power knocked Storm knocked my power out on Thursday, and I said, let's do this impromptu one on Saturday. We
really sidebarred, but I think what happened is we started podding, and then you showed up in the middle. It was like a 30-minute here special run-in.
That's right. I'm a neighborhood legend, nigga.
That's right. I'm a neighborhood legend.
Shouts out to
saying that in this hoodie, should I, Trey D?
You you wildin'.
I'm a neighborhood legend, huh?
Stop it.
Can't believe I made it.
Number 7 on the list is probably is it fair to say number 7 is probably the least seen out of the top 10 for some people? When you think about who's in, he may be the best representation of like pure skill getting you
It depends. It depends because you have a lot of people who enjoy technical wrestling.
Of course, no. I'm not disregarding that. What I'm saying is throughout the top 10, think of the TV time that even Tasha Steelz on Impact compared to a Jonathan Gresham, who's been murder on the indies, but and he is affiliated with ROH, but ROH hasn't really had TV time. He had to set up Terminus, and he was making noise with Terminus. You feel what I'm saying? Like we've had conversation on this podcast. Get this man and Bryan Danielson in a match ASAP. It's like he's that level of good.
Yeah, I think he might be one. He might be the best black technical wrestler out right now.
That's what I'm saying. Just in terms of pure skill. He's been a champion. He's held this belt for how long? He's been ROH champion since December.
Yeah, I'd say Fam and Matt were there when he won it.
Yeah.
He held the ROH pure champion for over 300 days.
Yeah, like a year.
He was number 12 last year and jumped up another. Like again, all I'm pointing out is the fact that there are times where you're just that good that regardless of premium live events and TNT fucking picture in pictures and all that, you can still be top tier talent and make it to the top 10. At least at the very least, you should. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
I mean, I've seen him off and on the last couple of years because he's been ROH, PWG a few times, New Japan. I think he was in Best of the Super Juniors in 2017 or 2018. Him and Bandito had a kind of a slept-on match during WrestleMania weekend at Super Card of Honor. That was two clashing of styles, the technical of Gresham versus Bandito's fast-paced, high-flying. But it was a good match at the end of the day. It'll be interesting to see when ROH starts up again if he's at the forefront of it.
The thing about being where we are, the home of ROH comes on television all the time. It's also on. It's on our local. It's also on one of the cable channels. I can't remember what it is. So I see all this shit. So when you say the least seen, I'm like, my nigga, I see this shit everywhere.
No, what?
Completely forget.
So he basically saying like in my market,
right? Not at all.
No, what Math is saying is support your local.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is he ain't on my local to support him, but
thanks.
I want to make sure that Terminus does the thing. I want to make sure that whenever Tony Khan figures out what ROH is, hopefully Jonathan Gresham is in the mix because we need.
This is when you do your YouTubes too. Like he went to GCW, he went to Impact to defend the title there.
He was all over. He was all over.
Yeah.
Well, can we change the hashtag from support your local to support the homie?
If someone is indeed the homie,
hold on. I use the term homie loosely.
Support the homie. Support the homie.
Support the homie.
No pause, June. Support the homie.
What are you calling the homie?
This is what I said. I use it.
Terry.
My bad.
Support the homie.
For sure. I was just asking the question though.
I know you were.
Terry, you see, there's questions that you can ask online.
It's a whole chat over here, nigga.
And
it's a whole chat. You can post complaints at.
I'm on my cell phone. Ain't no chat.
He's big business over here. Number 6 is someone that I figured Drip's gonna have.
He has the most to say. It's not Drip. It's definitely not Drip. It's definitely not Drip.
That's his man.
No. It is.
No.
All right, hold up. So number 6.
Come on with it.
Oh no,
Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes.
No.
Wait, no, Matt. Wait. Now, mind you, Carmelo Hayes did not make the BRP 50 last year. He's 172 days WWE NXT North American champion, as well as NXT Cruiserweight champion. He unified those titles.
Yeah,
He did. Yeah.
That day on NXT, if I'm not mistaken. And I mean, the few times that I do catch NXT, I've liked his
Who you see
and videos.
He won the Breakout Star tournament to then get the
Come
shot.
Drew. Hold
on.
Me and Terry are like,
no, this not you and Terry. This not you and Terry.
He was on my list last year.
Because again, math. Not last year, the year before.
Wesley, yeah.
Math stood tall for
No, he was on last year. That was my first year last year. I had him on there. See, here it goes.
Let him talk.
Math stood tall for Christian Casanova, right? Mm-hmm. So last year, me and my brother, Trey D, have a discussion about Christian Casanova. And the discussion went, nigga, why he ain't on the list?
Right. That was Terry hitting you up.
So I say, my brother, he has no matches in NXT.
I remember that being the conversation.
But we already knew.
We knew
what his history looked like. We knew that he was certified.
Right.
And I said, because I know there's been conversation about integrity of the list.
Our list.
Of our list.
Okay.
It's integrity. And I say, I know he's supposed to be on there, but when I get to arguing about the AR Fox, about the Scorpio Skies,
right,
about the positioning of the people who make the list and the people who don't get as much TV time,
right. But you
I can't argue it.
There's not enough. It's just not enough evidence. It's not enough
when
evidence.
It boils down to it. My brother says he has to be on
right
after the 50. It doesn't even make sense that he's not in the 50. You're right.
Right.
Because the year previously he was on there because he had every title on the East Coast. Every title with Boston, every title on the Upper North was his.
You think? Question. You think
New England was
his? Do you think Carmelo Hayes would have made it? Like, do you think the pandemic messed him up?
I was about to say, I think he was signed right before the pandemic hit, right?
Like, you don't think if his schedule was a little bit heavier because there was
after our cutoff, he had the Kushida Open Challenge match and he had the Adam Cole Ruthless Aggression match. So that's right. Our cutoff
But it wasn't. There was nothing else.
No, I'm saying that's after our cutoff. Like he started to be on TV, then regular. I'm like, I almost want to put this guy on, even though it's after our list, just because we know next year he'll be on the list. Like
I just wonder if he maybe would have been cooking a little earlier if it wasn't a pandemic situation.
I don't think so. I think
he was cooking during the pandemic because I seen him about 3 times.
Yeah, of course you saw him, Terry. You everywhere.
See, his transition.
They'd be like,
he had to lose before he got on TV.
He did. You know how they be doing.
The Black Rasslin Federation Championship show. Attendance 3. Terry get counted twice because he's the cameraman as well. Like, we're not talking about somebody who ain't seen the damn matches. You seen the fucking matches. You was an anomaly in this conversation.
So,
and that's not disrespect. You just that good.
Oh, Trey's vote counted 4 times to get Carmelo Hayes.
I love it. I love it. The him in the barbershop on NXT, him holding the title on NXT. Like, you know, you need that.
Right.
You need that for the future. I want to see him on the main roster.
Everyone knows I don't like 2.0, but he's the best part of 2.0. I only check in to watch Carmelo Hayes again. Like
it's Shawn Michaels.
Period. Yeah, you had said he was Ric Flair. Like he's a dick. Like this guy will be Ric Flair. Like he's such a good heel. I'm like, when I see him, I see Seth Rollins, a guy who can have a great match on TV at the pay-per-view against everyone. He might be better as a heel, but he'll be okay as a face.
When they get comfortable with letting black men stomp through the federation, it's over.
I love that you.
I said this about superior athletes. This was 4-5 years ago.
Facts.
When niggas start to get comfortable with letting black men be themselves with this barbershop shit, with this rest in piss shit, with this, with just my ops, my ops. When you start letting us get comfortable, that's when you start letting the reins go. You're not. You remember when they let Jordan wear colorful sneakers?
Yeah, but
you had to let it go. And what happened? The league started making the most money they ever made, right?
But
so when you start letting hip hop in and you start letting our culture in, it's over.
But guess what? But math, our number 5 proves that they're not ready for that yet.
That's facts.
Our number 5 proves that at some point, if you stand in the way of what they think you should be doing, you know, there are situations where it's not always the best for you. But and even for this person, I say that, you know, it's with like a kernel of truth, because the amount of talent in this woman's pinky finger is tremendous compared to what we're going to be able to do. This is no knock to her ability in the ring, but Sasha Banks, you are the number 5 on the BRP 50 for 2022. What was you about to say?
I said I miss you.
Not facts. It's the divisions, both the Raw and SmackDown divisions. Clearly, they need something, and it feels like it was
all the flavor.
I mean, at the very least, SmackDown feels like if she was on SmackDown right now, you would at least be trying to see those women's matches, right?
Some of them.
Some of the main event ones, right? I mean, she wasn't gonna be on no bullshit. They said she was vying for the title.
We can do the quick YouTube watch, you know.
That's facts.
The problem is outside of whatever backstage politics there are, like she's still looking for images to use and looking back at the Royal Rumble and her performance at the beginning of that Royal Rumble at the top of this year, heads over a lot of what's going on in that division right now. She's just too good.
And that was the thing. It was just the beginning of the Rumble. She was eliminated like within the first 10 participants. It's like, this is what we're doing.
They know that they can depend on her to be dope in the ring. It's everything else that can be shaky.
Dope in the ring, make Ronda Rousey look good, make so-and-so look good.
She's good at doing good things for them. I think the thing is that they once it's outside of that squared circle, anything can happen. If she's feeling away, anything can happen.
It's a little murky after that outside of the ring.
It's rough. It's rough.
Maybe.
Actually, this top 10 is rough because our number 4 is rough too, because
no, I think maybe you should say something about.
I think we're gonna go on to number 4. I think that this brother could have been a lot higher if an unfortunate situation didn't happen on the television show. But for the time that he was WWE champion, Big E, that 110 days up until the beginning of January, like, come on. In the Fuji score, he wore this outfit for like a month and a half straight.
That shit smell like the Fugees.
Yeah, that shit smell like Fuji Live.
Like the refugee camp.
It's tough. The problem with Big E is tough because after a certain point, there's just nothing.
Well, he won Money in the Bank. That was what was important. Cashed in on Bobby Lashley. Then he, like I said, he was the victim of bad booking. took a couple of L's as champ. Then he drops the title at day one, doesn't get his rematch. And then you said the Ridge Holland incident, which just made matters worse. And
I forgot his
where he'll
name.
be at.
I legit did not
year.
remember that man's name.
But we can't forget that, like,
Madcap Moss.
as champ, he was what the champ's supposed to be. He went on Fox College Football Saturday. He did the opening to the boxing fight. Like, he's what Vince McMahon envisions as someone who's a brand ambassador, a John Cena type person.
A Sasha Banks?
A Sasha Banks. I mean, but he can do it all. Like, he can talk to so-and-so about this, about that. I mean, the whole Our Heroes Rock.
He was out there.
Yeah. And he can go. He can always go. And that's why the booking just kind of deflated all of us. I think it's like, oh, this is what we're doing.
I see the situation at the start of this, I'd be like, oh, what's going on? But now, like in June, I'm kind of like a fan plus. Kind of like, what else is he supposed to? At a certain point, he is the babyface champion that is gonna get beat up by the bad. Like for the sake of progression, I don't want to like not a full on like hashtag let it play out. Shouts to the A show, but
I mean, you can get beat up and overcome, but he just lost matches was the thing. Match after match after match. It was. But
it's sometimes the good guy has to get the title and lose to have a better comeuppance. And I think it's not picking and choosing our battles, but sometimes we get a little hype a little early because you know who's not caring about this? It's Big E. Big E is not concerned about when he wins or loses a championship. You know what I mean? He wants to be healthy. He wants to be out there, but he's just about entertaining people. And it's not to say that his run wasn't dog shit, but I'm more concerned about him coming back.
Yeah,
the run wasn't bad in my opinion.
I like that take, Mimi. I like that.
It wasn't bad at all.
I just didn't like the fact that they gave the champion the Roman Reigns like that.
But that was
Survivor Series.
That's
right?
Survivor Series, but that's always kind of how it goes. Is one champ unfortunately has to lose, and Roman Reigns is the Brock Lesnar.
Right?
No. It was the one-on-one. They had the triple threat tag match with Hurt Business, Bloodline, New Day.
So what was him and Lashley and Roman? Was that just SmackDown or Raw or something? That was just Raw.
Yeah.
He lost that one too for no reason.
He lost that one too, right?
He did lose. He lost some matches. He was definitely losing matches.
Nah, he shouldn't have lost it. He shouldn't have even been in that shit.
But Mimi, when you say he's not, I mean, you're not wrong. But when you say his run wasn't bad, is you're talking about strictly on WWE? You're saying in general, like what he was able to accomplish as a black champion specifically.
Yes. I don't think that I thought towards the end him losing matches did look bad. I think him and Roman had a good match, but I personally didn't like that he lost that match too. I thought that they were going to make it into a DQ because he's supposed to be Big E, so strong. You know what I mean? I feel like they kind of protected Bobby in a certain way where they didn't protect Big E, right. From my perception.
Well, there's definitely something there. I think there's definitely something there. I think they look at Bobby a different way than they do with Big E, though.
Yeah, because even Drew lost to Roman the year before. A champ always kind of loses clean in those Survivor Series matches. Again, AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan lost to Brock Lesnar, just how it goes. Like, that's what I'm saying. Roman Reigns is Brock Lesnar in this role now. Like, he beat Drew, he beat Big E clean as a whistle.
I just need Big E back at some point. And when Big E returns, don't stick him in a tag team. Stick him in the singles and let him be.
No, go ahead, Cal. My bad.
I was going to say I want to see Big E back on that singles competitive world championship track.
I get it. I get it when you say Roman beat Drew McIntyre, Brock beat Daniel Bryan, but this is it's a non-title match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this nigga has to get pinned clean. He's the fucking champion. He just got the title.
He's a black guy?
That's how it went with AJ and Daniel Bryan. Remember they swapped the titles the week before because it was supposed to be gender age. I know I'm not trying to defend, but like it happens. That's their booking.
What I'm saying is you're talking about AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan.
We're talking about change.
Neither one of these motherfuckers are behemoths or strong guys. They're not big men. You know what I'm saying? Does what I'm saying make any sense?
I feel you.
Like he loses clean in a non-title match.
But Big E is going. Who was he facing? Roman and who?
It's Roman Reigns.
He's gonna.
That's how it goes. Look at Drew McIntyre.
Was that a title match?
No, it's the same circumstances. Is what I'm saying.
Big E took his man's crown. It is what it is. It's Roman Reigns.
Cal. So did Roman Reigns fight Drew McIntyre in a title match at any point in time?
It was Survivor Series. It was brand supremacy.
Yeah, I don't think.
No. That's not what I'm asking.
No, in the years before, no, they didn't have their match for the title.
Their first match was.
I'd have to look and see. I'm not sure.
No, I remember Roman dropped the title when he came back and they faced each other at Mania. That was a non-title. They didn't have a title at the time.
Facts.
Yeah.
So that was the first.
They were almost kind of building up for that when Roman won the title and the Shield came back and Drew was splitting off from Ziggler.
He knows Roman Barry says facts.
Their first match. So they had matches prior to
Survivor Series. Yeah.
Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Who won the matches?
Roman Reigns.
Did Big E and Roman Reigns have a match prior to Survivor Series?
Probably at some point, yeah.
No. Did they have a match?
I don't think so. Did they?
They had to have had when they were like in the Shield.
Not a singles.
They didn't have a singles match.
I don't think Big E was built for a single. They were building for a singles at that point.
So it's no singles history of a pinfall of him losing by pinfall.
Yeah,
but Reigns. What I'm saying is, if there's a history of me beating your ass, when we fight again, you're gonna think that I'm gonna beat your ass.
But he's still black, is what I'm saying. Like at a certain point, Big E is still.
Black. That was their first one-on-one match.
Oh, why?
At some point, he's still black. It is what it is.
All right.
Am I wrong? How come Big E didn't win the match?
That's what I'm asking.
Did I not give you the answer? I mean, if Roman is going to win for a multitude of reasons, it is what it is.
And
Roman and Drew had 3 matches prior to their Survivor Series match.
Who won
Roman twice by pinfall, and then the second time was a DQ. So 2 out of the 3 were pinfall, 1 was DQ.
So what was all right.
You want to have the conversation of Roman Reigns being Hulk Hogan or not? You talk about Brock Lesnar.
That may be
Hulk Hogan.
Patreon.com/Black Rasslin for that for that conversation. Number 3. They called us crazy last year when we had this woman at 16. They said, "Ooh, it might be too early." And then what happened? She dominated. She had how many matches she won without no losses? 30-some?
No. Remember, if we're counting the actual matches, she lost that tag match.
In the last year, because she went on a run.
31.
Jade Cargill, the queen of the baddie section, the woman that took Rhea Ripley's whole style and made it her own. I love it. Number 3, I love it. She deserves
First ever
it.
TVS champion.
You hear that?
You hear
First
that?
and only.
You hear that? That sounds like somebody was right.
That was this man. Last year he said
thank you.
16. And I was like,
and you were bugging. And you were bugging.
I'm like, I think the 30s is good, but 16, he's like, watch. I'm like,
I had her higher than that. I had her at 10.
Her face was on billboards at that point. They were just starting to, build her as part of that thing for Rampage. Like she was ready. And then they shot her to the moon. She got bad. She got a whole group of people with her. Who but Jade?
people who ass she beat. Like, yo, when you know you're a bad motherfucker when you beat the niggas that you with ass. And they all right with it.
Yeah, we good. Don't worry, we good. Oh, you want us to do this and then do this and do this? Yeah, we got. Yeah, don't worry. We got.
You beat my ass and I'm dancing with you with some wild shit.
Is Jade don't stop? Is Jade there, Roman?
Yeah,
Jade's the Undertaker.
Jade
Jade's the Undertaker because she's booked to look strong. She's booked toward her weaknesses. They take time into booking her to make sure that their investment will pay off. So yeah, she's definitely their taker.
How niggas ain't see that last year?
I don't know. We tried to tell.
Because she was there for 15 seconds last year.
It was
just the Shaq thing.
And I will
say a few matches by then, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say it was a lot greener a year ago than where she's a lot. I finally watched A Day in the Life of Jade Cargill. When she don't have matches scheduled for AEW Dynamite, which or Rampage or whatever, which y'all wildin', but she still goes there and still hits the ring with Bryan Danielson and is studying the craft. Like she's definitely dedicated, which I love to see. I love to see a person that about their craft, being that new, and you hear that? Yeah. You hear what can happen when you become a champion? You just dedicate yourself, be determined.
And she's almost kind of on both shows at this point. Again, she's that visible for them to market her as the top star. I think, like I said, it was the potential last year of let's see how the rest of the year plays out. For
people will fall in love with potential.
Hey,
like you know what they could be.
No, but that's the whole thing with the Hook conversation. People fell in love with Hook after one match. I'm like, let's give this time because everyone's like Hook, and everyone's like, well, let's not forget, like Jade Cargill was kind of the same thing, but no one's like Hook's so much good. Like it's one match. Jade Cargill's having 9.
Hook,
starting to
Did he just compare Hook to Jade?
No, Twitter did that. Remember?
Twitter also hates Jade, so
in the summer people were like, "Hook
drop them all off the cliff, won't they?"
Do you recall?
In the summer, people were like, "Hook looks better in one match than Jade has in like her match." So it's like, are you like, come on?
That wasn't no account that I follow. Hey, do you recall when it was like a tag match? Right? It might have been the Hardys. No, it wasn't the Hardys. I know it was 2-minute warning. Right? You probably don't recall because I don't think you was old enough to watch this shit.
He wasn't born.
It was this big white motherfucker that hopped out the crowd and beat the shit out of Roman Reigns' brother and Roman Reigns' cousin. Right? And I'm like, yo, how the fuck? If I'm not mistaken, I think this was. I'm like, yo, this big motherfucker is incredible, yo. Like, yo, why is his neck up here? You know who that was? When I saw him, I said, yo, that's the champion. When I saw him, I said, that's the champion. You know what that was? Brock Lesnar.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So when I seen it, I knew what it was. Like, yo, that looks like the champion. When Jade Cargill came out and had a 75-pack, I said, oh, is she gonna wrestle? I said, there's no way they're gonna let her wrestle. It's no way.
Twitter ain't even know who she was.
A few did.
Started wrestling. I said, yo, she's going to the moon. You know why? Because black is cool. She's attractive. And she's bigger than everybody else, just like Brock Lesnar. So it's no way. There's no way you were going to win. I don't care what the potential could be. This was it. I've seen it in the WWF for 25 years.
The Rocket was on her back.
Son, the Big Show was super trash. What happened? He came in and what? No Way Out or some shit and threw Stone Cold through the cage. His name was the Big Nasty. I'm like, oh, this nigga is trash. What happened? They strapped a rocket to his back. He was the champion. Why? Because he looked like something. I knew this was gonna happen. Sorry. This is we talking about.
Don't be sorry. That's the point.
My child. I'm a rant. This is why she in third. This is my child right here.
Jade, that's the one.
Nah, not Jade. The 50.
In general. In general.
Period. So I'm gonna talk the most.
Number 2. Again, the number 1 was kind of undeniable. There were questions about what the number 2 would have been. This man was number 2 last year.
Yeah, he wasn't getting number 1.
I thought he.
Number 2 last year.
That nigga wasn't number 1. You know he wasn't number 1. Wasn't no way.
Yeah, I mean,
only niggas going for him for number 1 was Cuz and Trey D.
I was about to say, I think there are only 2 people here who
Wasn't
like
no
this
way.
man's number
Well,
1.
I mean, again,
But why not?
He again, well, because 2-time WWE champion. One of those runs was almost 200 days. As champion with MVP as well as on his own, a dominant. He ran Raw. He ran Raw until Big E cashed in and took that title. Facts are facts, right?
Fact.
We talking about again Bobby Lashley, somebody who I was not a fan of this man. Dad wasn't a fan. The Hurt Business turned me into a big Bobby Lashley fan, but after when he came on the other side of that,
nobody was a fan.
Yeah, no, you guys don't like him when he came with his hats, his leather vest.
Gray hats.
Lashley.
He looked like a cop.
He looked like a Fed, but his man Leo Rush was.
But then he had Lana too. Let's not forget.
That's definitely when we hated him.
That's damn.
We hated him when he had Lana.
Drip.
That was a good.
Did you bring that shit up?
Yeah.
We don't
No, you got it. You got it.
Nah, fuck that.
Because that's what led to him becoming the Almighty.
No,
MVP's like this needs to stop.
Drip. You just said the white woman is what made Bobby Lashley.
What he said?
Because it took someone to be like, you don't need this in your life.
The white woman.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the play out of the Bobby Lashley line of storyline? Liv came out.
No one knows.
And then, so I can't Drip by your own information. I cannot give validity to that. If anything,
came out, told him he didn't need her as the wife. They stoosed her on like bitch move, and then
that's when it started.
Became Bobby Lashley's manager. So I'm not acknowledging what he said, but he might have a point or two.
Yeah, it's the catalyst. It's like the inception of it. Like,
I don't know. I'm gonna need a date.
Not saying she's the reason. Like he doesn't have to do like my wife at the end of the day is who I owe everything to. He doesn't gotta go that far.
Like Math said, that's how it sounds. Because I don't.
My wife.
It like that wasn't it. That whole situation.
WWE used MVP to get Lana away from Bobby. That's basically how MVP and Bobby got together.
But again, the last
That's
year,
the almighty part. But
don't forget they tried to give MVP some white boys.
They did.
Shane Thorne and Brendan Veek.
Who?
Duke Hudson and Slapjack.
Nope.
Who?
Bobby Lashley, number 2 on the BRP 50. All you need to know: dominance until
and Harley Quinn pants.
I mean, fashion choices aside, I don't know what his situation is now. I loved anytime they want to get Bobby to rock. I'm ready, but as of right now, he had a phenomenal last year. So he more than earned retaining a number 2 spot, which means we're on that number 1 spot.
And they gave us him and Brock, a match that always wanted. Like
that was Bobby's biggest match.
Bobby wanted that.
Bobby, I don't know if the result of what he wanted, and a lot of people were talking about Bobby and Brock. We never had the match. It didn't end up being what people wanted.
It was low key, like kind of fumbled throughout. It was
He was
part 2 coming.
But everybody liked Brock as the babyface cowboy, and I wasn't into it, so I was already checked out. But I don't think the feud did what.
And he gave almost his best match.
But the thing that is the biggest deal of Bobby's year isn't the titles, It isn't how much he's improved with MVP. The biggest deal of Bobby's year has been the fact that WWE sees him going forward as a guy that can always be the guy on top if need be.
He proved it.
And don't forget, you beat up Goldberg's son.
Facts. I think they always looked, even when he had the gray Fed cap on. I think they wanted him. They wanted him to be that guy. He just wasn't getting over to the fans. They figured it out during quarantine, and I think over this last year.
Thank you, Montel Vontavious.
Wait, Terry, what you laughing?
Trey is dying because I brought up MVP managing white boys, and then Paige Goldberg getting full Nelson.
Yo, he said he full Nelson Goldberg's son. Yo,
he did. I grabbed the kid and I took the shit out of him. Like,
Hey,
Terry,
do that one more time.
Terry, that's how you be laughing when you watch the Black Rasslin Podcast on YouTube.com.
I thought it was funny.
man, you know what I'm saying? I got y'all going. Y'all didn't even talk about wrestling this past Thursday. I don't think.
we did.
Yeah, nah, I'm not laughing like that. You know, I'm laughing internally and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because by the time y'all come on, my son be asleep, so I can't be laughing like that.
But wait, when you out of town, you don't be in the hotel. Ha ha! Math crazy. Like you don't do that.
I'm only in the hotel right now because y'all asked me to be on here. But when I'm out of town,
Wait, what? You bought a hotel room to do this podcast?
no, I mean I needed somewhere to sleep tonight, but I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for this. Come on now, I'll be outside.
Outsiding.
Yo, aluminum foil me a plate, yo.
A plate of what?
Whatever you about to get into.
Hey, they out here though. Let me just say that.
You wildin'. You see he going, right? You see number one on our list. I don't think there was any way anybody maybe.
No.
There was a point earlier this year we had a conversation where it was either Bobby
We had this conversation several times.
or Bianca. But it was before this, right?
Yes.
It was before Mania. The question was, Bobby is very dominant, but Bianca had because she had time as champion already. But then she was kind of in a not doing anything period. And at the time we asked the question, it felt like it might have been more Bobby. I was pushing for Bianca, and I said, if she win that title,
Hands down.
it's a wrap. And it's been a wrap ever since. She's too superior athlete. That was when you talk about superior athletes, that's the name that I remember specifically.
That was who it was for.
Conversation. But I think it's the element of like she understands how to turn her personality into a pro wrestling character. Like she may not be your favorite promo, but I think she's a great promo as that Bianca Belair babyface. Like she understands who she is. She's going to deliver who she is. And then because once it comes to the match, she doing moonsault, so she's standing doing moonsault. She picking your ass up and throwing you through the ring. Like she is a demon.
Son.
And mind this is at a time when Sasha Banks is still one of the greatest pro wrestlers on earth. But when you're talking about the best black pro wrestlers of the last calendar year, Terry's calling me crazy.
I'm gonna say,
nah, I'm not calling you crazy because of that. Because when you said she's not like she may not be the best promo, only thing came in my head was Bianca going Cal. Like
I don't even go here.
I think the thing because there's not a lot of talk about her being she cuts very fiery babyface promos, but people ain't talking about that shit.
I'm gonna tell you why.
You know why?
People ain't always black women, and I'm gonna tell you this. The thing is, when my daughter watches this shit, she into it. Like that's what she talking like my daughter talking. You don't talk like that.
You feel like you on the screen.
Facts. So I'm not gonna get. I ain't gonna preach. Go ahead.
Oh,
But
Fam,
niggas ain't gonna get it.
well,
Yeah, I
Fam,
mean,
Huh?
okay.
Fam, you were gonna say something earlier, Fam?
I don't think so.
Okay, let's make sure. What you about to say, Drew?
If you look at me, Rolling Loud, the SBs,
Right.
the reaction to her losing to Becky, she wins the number one contender match to get the rematch against Becky. And I always point this out. Someone in the crowd is hoisting their baby to be like, look at her.
That's facts.
Look at this. And then all the stuff kind of in the medium is she eliminates 4 out of the 5 at Survivor Series. She picks up Doudrop. She didn't have the showing at the Rumble like she did in 2020, but she was still impactful in the Rumble.
That's the strength of a single mother right there.
Her in Elimination Chamber, she did the work there.
Picking up and carrying everybody, goddamn it.
Well,
And then she at WrestleMania, she fucking did it. They had probably the best match of WrestleMania weekend. The best one. She did all with a fucked up eye afterwards. I mean, the gear, the patches on the jacket for the 4 horsewomen.
And she trash.
wait,
The band. Don't forget the band, Drip.
The band. I mean,
Which
like
band?
every
band.
Y'all was there.
I was gonna say, Mimi. I know you was there. That was a moment for you, right?
It definitely was a moment. It was a moment. I mean, everything you guys are saying is spot on. She's number one, period.
Fucking fire, nigga. She
She's
been
the
her number
EST.
one all year. See,
Right.
when you got on the show, she
Every
was
week.
her number one.
Every week.
So this was a spoiler, right? It's official.
It was.
If you didn't know already, this was a spoiler. We don't normally do that. Don't expect that for. But there's no way you can say who was a better Black wrestler than Bianca Belair in the last calendar year.
Ain't none.
Undeniable. That's the BRP 50 for 2022. If you want to peep the full list, you can go to blackwrestling.com. Go to Instagram, Black Rasslin. We got images. At this point, everybody's going to be up. Everybody should be up. If you got any questions, you don't like what we did, you think somebody should have been higher, drop a note in the comments. Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. But we ain't making no changes. This is the list. After the 50, soon.
Very soon.
Brandy Rhodes after the 50.
Yo, whoever's on that bitch, you contact him.
Did
Holler
Brand-
at him. If you ain't on there, holler at this.
Oh, let me be real with y'all. After the 50, I did not want to do it by myself this year. Mav did take a spot, but you know, We Luv Wrestling is not just me. So I got Nicole from Down for the Count. You know, she like the number 2. She helping me with the list this year. So we getting that together, and she put me on somebody who I didn't know. So I'm happy with where we're going with this right now. So it'll be very soon.
Hope y'all paying
I
attention.
only got one fucking slot, yo.
Who you put?
That's
Me?
all you asked for.
You put,
Nah, I wasn't trying to.
It's JTG.
But we can say 2 people that you talked about are on after the 50. JTG what?
That's number 51, right? Damn. Wasn't he whole champion?
Huh?
You don't like black people?
Well, I don't like black people. I ain't saying nothing on the list.
You ain't saying nothing.
Why JTG ain't on the 50 though?
Why he ain't in the app?
Wait, because you ain't put him on your list, nigga.
Yeah,
Well,
Terry, you ain't put him on your list.
Y'all didn't have him on your list.
You
That's
ain't
not-
put my list. You ain't look.
All right, guys. God bless you.
yeah, now we're going into.
You ain't look.
On that note,
You ain't look. You ain't look at my list.
You didn't want to record the after the 50 now.
Facts. Blackwrestling.com is a website. YouTube.com/Black Rasslin every Thursday. If y'all got any opinions, again, on what the BRP 50 was for this year, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Black Rasslin, wherever you guys are. Subscribe to the Patreon. I think I may drop this episode early on the Patreon. Pay the 1, pay the 10. Do whatever you got to do. Salute to everybody supporting the BRP 50. Salute to everybody in here for putting this list together. Greatly appreciate it as always.
Till next year.
We'll catch y'all.
I ain't doing this shit no more.
You would lie.